Hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Uden, and today I want to go over my top 5 most disappointing characters from the Goha Sibling story arc within the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime series. Now please note, this video is completely based upon my own opinion, so it's okay if you agree or disagree with some of the picks within this video. All I ask is that when expressing your own opinions, please just be respectful of myself and other people in the comments down below. But just because a character disappointed me within this particular arc does not make that character a bad character overall. I just wished I saw more from them. And with that being said, let me know your thoughts on who you think are the most disappointingest characters from this arc in the comments below. But with all that in mind, let's start off with number 5. Number 5 being Roman. Now, admittedly, Roman has had a very quiet arc within the Goha Sibling storyline, and didn't really help out much in resolving the main issue within this particular arc. We only saw her duel once, and although she dueled well, it was a fun duel. But my biggest complaint about that duel was her using Luke's monsters. I didn't really see the point in that, apart from keeping up with the theme of baseball that the episode was based around. Really wish that wasn't the case, but there we go. However, her involvement within episode 69 is what keeps her from falling further down this list, because honestly, I enjoyed Roman's character within this episode. I'm disappointed that she didn't play a bigger role / more purpose within this arc, but I'm excited to see what's to come, because it looks like they might be focusing on her moving forward just a little bit more. Next up, we have at number 4, Uden. This Goha sibling really didn't have much to get me hooked when he first got introduced, or when the character was being presented in this focused episode. However, what makes me like Uden more than the rest of the characters on this list is the simple fact they did actually try to stop Yuo. Yes, he failed, but having a go and failing is way better than running away just to fish. Now, on a topic completely unrelated to fishing, in third place we have Gakuto. Much like Roman, Gakuto didn't really do much within this arc. He had a duel once, and he did help out in episode 68. Apart from that, he was basically just a source of comedic relief. And honestly, this might sound harsh, but the best thing about Gakuto from this arc, in my personal opinion, is his new ace monster, Kimi Luna. That monster is really cool, and I really want that ace monster in card form, but apart from that, Gakuto did nothing to get me excited or get me hyped. So it doesn't look good for a character when the best thing about them from the arc was their monsters. Anyways, hopefully Gakuto gets more screen time and more development in the next arc. His Professor Gakuto thing was quite funny, and the whole Gakuto returning, I enjoyed that. But apart from, Gakuto, number 3. Now then, if this list was a list of my top 10 disfavourite characters, like characters I dislike the most, then this one would be in number 1. However, this is my most disappointing characters list. So, second place goes to a Goha sibling. And that Goha sibling is Eugene. When this character was first shown, I was like, okay, cool, design looks great. He might play a big role. He looks cool, maybe a bit hot-headed and quite headstrong in terms of personality, just based on my first initial thoughts. But someone who abandoned his family just to go fishing and only returned and then still not do anything significant, it's just really disappointing in my personal opinion. I had high expectations for Eugene, but he disappointed me massively. The gimmick of always saying tuna as well after every sentence is absolutely horrible. I can't stand it at all. Now then, I actually liked the duel between Luke and Eugene. That duel was actually amazing. But then after a duel like that, what should a character do? Okay, they stripped off their Goha presidency. But just like Euro, he stuck around and stayed relevant. Eugene just left. He couldn't really care about his family at all. Now I understand that when he was a president, he could not express his hobbies or explore any interests. So once he was stripped of that, he thought, I'm going to go off and do so. That makes okay sense, but at the same time, you don't abandon your family when you can clearly see that there's discourse amongst them. So yeah, just because I had high expectations and I really disliked the direction they took Eugene's character, he's my second most disappointing character within Sevens. And if I'm being perfectly honest, he's the character I dislike the most over the entirety of Sevens so far. Okay, so at number 1, for my most disappointingest character within this story arc, it pains me to say it, but based on one particular reason, I have to put Mimi Itachi at first place. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Mimi's character. I think she's absolutely fantastic, and I still think she's amazing, and I respect her a lot. But how on earth could she lose to Swirly? You could have lost to anyone else, and it would have been perfectly fine. But why? Why Swirly? The reason as to why I have such a big issue with Mimi losing to Swirly is very simple. It halts her sort of progress in trying to get her job back, as well as the fact is, I just don't care about Swirly at all. I think he's irrelevant at this point, and I just wish she had dueled somebody else and lost, or just dueled anybody and won. You know, Swirly, I don't know why. Now, I really thought that when Mimi lost her job, I thought she was going to be fighting tooth and nail for her job back. Although she tried with the whole book, realistically, that plan would never have worked because I don't think Yuo would have cared at all about it. But after seeing the events of episode 68, I'm happy to see Mimi has her job back in Goha HQ. I just wish that she tried harder to fight for her job and, you know, maybe duel the sibling as like a way of maybe gaining, you know, their sort of her position back. Now, before anyone does mention this, I am aware that this is a very fictional show. People are writing the story as they please. It's fine. And Mimi has no power over who she duels or her actions within an arc. I'm just being dramatic here, but this is my personal opinion, so you could agree or disagree here. Anyways, those are my picks. Let me know which characters you were most disappointed in from this arc in the comment section down below. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And make sure, I don't know, you stick around for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. Have a great day. Arigato. Matane. Goodbye.